Erokamano. Thank you very much. I'm tearful now because it's really amazing to have you all here, to have my young people, my kids here, my team, everybody who supported me. So my voice is a little bit shaky because I'm really overwhelmed by all the people who came and have participated with me to celebrate and to open the center. As Gregor said, and again, thank you to the Eagles. It has been a long journey, it's been a hard journey, it's been sometimes a painful journey, and it's been a very slow journey. That's the worst part, because I'm a bit of an impatient person, so the slow part was hardest. The reason I built this, with the support that I've got, is for the reason that Mama Phoebe said. I want my community to start realizing how wealthy they are. I want my community to start realizing that they can actually do things for themselves, that they can help themselves, and don't have to constantly be in a situation where they're grateful to others for what they have. I spoke in an interview about the syndrome of gonya gonya, and I'm adding to it konya konya. That means actually unbind me, untie me, help me, give me, give me. I don't want my community to be a begging community. I got a lot of flack for it because people got annoyed and said, why am I calling Luos beggars? I'm not calling Luos beggars. I'm telling Luos we need to start taking care of ourselves. And it is not difficult because we can. There's a lot of wealth here. The wealth has been shown in the film, so that cuts my speech down to half, which is good because I don't want to be too long. So you see what it is. The people can use that. There's also the human resource, the young people. People worry about having so many young people on the African continent, jobless, idle. I don't worry about having young people on the African continent. I say they're an opportunity, not a problem. They're not a challenge. We adults are the problem. We are the challenge because we don't create the jobs. We don't create the spaces for these young people to use their potential and actually be able to live a life that's dignified without having to be dependent on others. In other words, being poor. So I challenge the term poverty. I challenge what we think is poor and say we are not poor. And then I go a step further and I say poverty is no excuse. Even if you feel you are poor, you can still do something. There's so many opportunities. This is one of them. And there's a diverse number of opportunities that have been created here to show you that you can do something with your life. In particular, your rural young people, because they keep leaving. One of the reasons I built this center was because I asked the young people, what would make you stay? Why do you all run away? Why do you all leave? And they mentioned all the things they didn't have and they thought they would get in the city. I then explained to them, you won't get it because in the city, if you don't have the money, if you're not equipped, you end up in a slum. And in the slum, you get nothing. But what I will do with you, if you work with me, we'll try to create those spaces here. And that's what we've done with the Sauti Kuu Centre. We've created the spaces. So we want to give the young people options through this center. We want to give them alternatives so that they have things that they can do. We want to give them a perspective so that they can improve their lives and know that they've done it for themselves. Because what we tell them is, you are your future. You are responsible for what becomes of your life, nobody else. And that's why we start from the age of 4 years old, because even a small child knows what's right and wrong. And the minute you know what's right and wrong, you also know what your responsibility is. So you're not a victim. Let's stop, and I repeat it, even if I'm getting a lot of flack on social media, let us stop the gonya gonya, konya konya syndrome. I insist. And if you think you're mad at me for it, come and join me here. Let's work together, and I'll show you how not to do it, okay? So I ask you, I challenge you to participate with me, to find solutions for our communities, and not just here, but all over the country. Find realistic solutions, and also to realize how we can develop our community as a community, because we can only do that if we work together. So I challenge you to participate, be part of it, work with me. Don't exploit your communities, help your communities. So my pledge to you and my offer is, and I also give you an information, this is a pilot. It's only the beginning. As all who have come up here have said, we will continue the work. We will do this somewhere else. If anybody is as committed, as crazy, as, doesn't give up as I am, come, join me. We need you. We need to do this in other parts of the country, Central, everywhere else. All over Africa, actually. So I welcome you to join me. I want to express my gratitude and my thanks to all of those who have supported my vision, who've participated with me, who've listened to me, who've cried with me, who've advised me, who have supported me with funds. My donors, my sponsors, my partners, my family. You're too many to mention all of you, so please don't be offended if I don't. I'm also not good at protocol, so I'll probably get something wrong, so I'd rather not. So I'll just mention you as a whole, and only a few people will be mentioned by name. Another person I want to mention on a sadder note is our lead architect, Benjamin Mwangi, who just last Tuesday passed away in an accident. So he's not with us. I want to remember his family and tell them that our condolences are with them. And he's very missed because he was part of creating this. Every month for 3 years we met to make sure this thing happens. So to Benjamin's family, our condolences. On a better note, I would like to let you know that we're in discussions with Yale University on a partnership about emotional intelligence and how young people learn to live their life, their values, their ethics, so that we can create a community of young people who have civic conscience and can work forward towards improving their communities. I'm very excited about the prospects of having that collaboration. We're still talking, so it's not an announcement, it's just my saying, hey, yay, look, Yale is looking at us. So we hope to be able to work together. The Red Cross has helped every way possible. Abbas, I have to mention you only because without you, we wouldn't have made the last leg of this trip. With the Gina Dean group, you helped me put the last leg. We were putting the grass on this ground yesterday, the day before, so you actually, the grass here is new. It didn't grow just all this time. It's been just a few days. The Kenya Airways, Toyota, those are a few of the sponsors that came in now to help us with the event, and that's why I'm mentioning them. My wonderful team, I include the Gina Dean team in that group. And my wonderful team, I have to mention just a few people who didn't sleep at all. One of them is Jacob Wakoli, Elsa Nelly Ochieng, Kate Arudo, Lorna Arungu, Lucy Akinyi from my team. They didn't sleep. They've been working night and day. And most of all, I would like to really thank Dan Joshua Odur, a slight young man who made this thing happen. Dan, I'm forever grateful to you. He's one of my team, but he has been an amazing, amazing support. And last but not least, I would like to thank both governors of my own county, Governor Asanja, and I would like to thank Governor Anyang Nyong'o for being part of this with me, for assisting me, for coming in and helping me at the end to make this place look the way it is, so that I could actually receive my guests. Thank you very much to you. Yeah. And last but not least, and really I would like her to even stand up, I would like to thank Gina Dean Kariuki, without whom we would have not had this fantastic event at all. Thank you, Gina. And in addition to the thank you, you are my little sister, you know that. Barak, you've got a new sister, whether you like it or not. She's a great person and she's really made it possible for you to be proud of me. I would like to announce here that Gina has agreed to be the patron of the Sauti Kuu Foundation, which means we're going places. Thank you, Gina. Thank you very much. So my final takeaway for you all is that I want you to know that I'm not special. Anyone can do what I've done. Okay, you might not all have a present for a brother, so that's going to be a little bit difficult. But if you work hard enough, we can replicate this with huts. It doesn't have to be bricks and mortar. So I'm telling you, please, everybody, apart from annoying you with gonya, gonya, konya, konya, please don't just talk about it. You just have to do it. If you want to change your community, if you want to change your lives, don't just talk about it, don't complain, just do it. Thank you very much.